Jay-Z. Yeah. Psych. That boy's got too much skills for me, buddy. No?
You know, we
we can rap.
We can flow so well, you know. We're gonna put out Destiny's Child album, Rapology, you know.
Yeah, I can challenge Jay-Z. Yeah. Psych. That boy's got too much skills for me, buddy.
Baby, grab your popcorn because things just got messy. It looks like the internet just handed us receipts on a platinum platter, and you won't believe who's at the center of this explosion. Miss Kelly Rowland herself is now being exposed as the real Becky with the good hair. Or at least one of them. Yup, a leaked 4K video allegedly shows Jay-Z getting a little too close with none other than Kelly. And that's just the beginning. Fans are now side-eyeing her son Titan, saying he looks a little too much like Jay-Z. Some folks are even whispering that Titan resembles Jay more than his supposed father. Something's definitely fishy here, and baby, we're about to dive deep.
If 2 + 2 is 4, right? And 5 + 5 is 10, okay. What the fuck is this?
And just when you thought it couldn't get any crazier, Kelly's old lyrics resurfaced. You know, the ones where she basically admitted to being jealous of Beyonce? Girl, when people tell on themselves without being asked, iconic. So buckle up because we're about to break everything down to the very last scandalous detail. Now let's roll it back. When the rumors about Jay-Z and Kelly first started buzzing, people couldn't ignore how much little Titan resembled Jay-Z. At first, it just seemed like another day of Twitter gossip, until things got real messy when Jay-Z's alleged other children started stepping forward. Remember Rymir Satterthwaite? That young man went viral after accusing Jay-Z of ducking a paternity test. Rymir claimed he found out Jay-Z might be his dad when he was just 8 years old. And the moment he turned legal, he began chasing Jay for answers. But Jay-Z? Baby, he was dodging that man like Neo in the Matrix. Rymir tried everything. He even dragged Jay to court, but Jay allegedly used all his power and money to avoid ever taking a DNA test. And Sheila? It gets even dirtier.
Father, I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have had to do. Like it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take it. No, I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot, I've seen a lot. I can take me being embarrassed. Like this can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, you know, it's not fair. I was 7. My mom had to sit down with me. I guess she thought I was old enough to know now. And she been saying, Sean Carter, that's what she was calling him at first before she was calling Jay-Z. And I really didn't know who that was because I was young. And, you know, had my little brother and I really wasn't worrying about it. She was saying it a lot, but I really, this was going along with the person I was just seeing, like the person I looked at who was taking care of me at that time. I really wasn't really trying to understand what my mom was talking about, but she constantly put it in my head like, son, that's...
According to court documents, Jay-Z and Rymir's mom, Wanda, first hooked up way back in 1992. Jay was 22 years old. Wanda, she was only 16. They allegedly met in Philly through a mutual friend. One hookup at Wanda's aunt's Brooklyn apartment was apparently all it took. Wanda claimed they used protection, but it failed, and boom, she ended up pregnant. After that, Jay ghosted her hard. When Wanda saw Jay again, he was already a celebrity, and no matter how many times she reached out, he ignored her completely. Tragically, Wanda died young at 43, and her fight for her son's identity was picked up by Rymir's godmother, Lily. But surprise, surprise, Jay allegedly strung them along, gave them hope he would finally acknowledge Rymir, and then, poof, disappeared again when he realized that Wanda being underage could get him into even bigger trouble. Baby, the tea is boiling. And here's where Kelly re-enters the chat, because now people are looking at Titan, Kelly's son, and connecting dots that were never supposed to be connected. Kelly married Tim Weatherspoon in 2014, the very same year Titan was born. Coincidence? Some fans don't think so. And you know what else happened in 2014? The infamous elevator fight. Solange throwing hands at Jay-Z while Beyonce just stood there frozen. Actually, maybe now we know why she snapped. Because rumor has it, Solange found out about Jay messing with Kelly, Beyonce's childhood sister friend, and completely lost it. And you want to talk about timing? Beyonce didn't immediately air anything out. No, she waited. And then 2 years later, she dropped an atomic bomb called Lemonade. On that album, Beyonce dragged Jay-Z through the mud for cheating, disrespecting her, and breaking her heart. And when she mentioned Becky with the good hair, baby, the internet went into full Sherlock Holmes mode trying to figure out who Becky was. They pointed fingers at Rachel Roy, Rita Ora, heck, even Gwyneth Paltrow at one point. But no one ever guessed that Becky might have been Kelly Rowland herself. And now, looking back, chilly. The pieces are puzzling together a little too well, because according to word on the street, it wasn't just any random chick Jay allegedly messed with. It was someone close, someone that cut deep. And who closer to Beyonce than Kelly? This betrayal would have been so savage, so soul-crushing, it explains why Solange went Mortal Kombat on Jay's head in that elevator. And here's the kicker. Kelly reportedly didn't even feel bad about it. Sources claim she was bitter, she was jealous, and she just didn't care. Her friendship with Beyonce? Shattered. Their sisterhood left hanging by a thread for appearances. Because how could they ever let the world know the real tea behind Destiny's Child? It would have been a full PR disaster. And let's be honest, if the rumors are true, Kelly getting pregnant and having a baby who could be Jay-Z's would be the ultimate betrayal. That's not just messy, that's straight up soap opera villain territory. But wait, Jay-Z's record with side chicks? Baby, he's been accused of doing too much for years. He's allegedly kept a whole harem of women on the payroll in every city he visits. There were even reports that Solange once caught him trying to slip his number to rapper/model Liv at a restaurant. And Liv, she wasn't shy about spilling the beans either. She said Solange stormed across the room ready to throw hands, and honestly, we believe her. Liv even dropped a diss track called Sorry Mrs. Carter, where she bragged about being Jay's type. All naturally flawless model chicks like me. Whew, it was messy, honey. But this Kelly situation, it hits different. Because cheating with some random woman is bad enough. Cheating with your wife's best friend? But baby, that's a different league of betrayal. And speaking of betrayal, you can't really understand the depth of Kelly's bitterness unless you look back at Destiny's Child. Because let's be real, Kelly didn't just pop up jealous out of nowhere. She had reasons to feel some type of way. Back in the Destiny's Child days, Matthew Knowles, Beyonce's dad, basically ran that group like a personal Beyonce empire. Sure, he managed the whole group, but everyone knew it was Beyonce first, second, and third. Kelly, Michelle, the others. Background props. Kelly, being darker skinned, allegedly faced even harsher treatment. There were rumors that Matthew would steal Kelly's creative ideas and pass them off as Beyonce's. And let's not forget the styling. Tina Knowles was designing those iconic outfits, but allegedly made sure Kelly looked less polished, less glamorous compared to Beyonce. Imagine being just as talented, just as ambitious, but constantly being pushed to the back because you didn't fit the image they wanted to sell. Whew, that kind of resentment doesn't just vanish, honey. It simmers, it festers, and if these rumors are true, it exploded in the worst way possible.
The typical stage mother who's there all of the time, interfering, meddling.
I hear the comment all the time, God, you are nothing like I heard you were. You are really a nice person.
Fast forward to when Destiny's Child finally broke up. Everyone went solo, and on paper, Kelly had a real shot at being huge. But guess who allegedly still had her hand on the chessboard? Matthew Knowles. Allegedly, Matthew blocked Kelly's opportunities left and right. If a record label or brand wanted Kelly, Matthew would either sabotage it or redirect the deal to Beyonce instead. It's giving puppet master energy. It's giving jealousy by design. And it's no wonder Kelly finally cracked open her soul in her 2013 album, Talk a Good Game. On the song Dirty Laundry, Kelly confessed everything. How she felt trapped, bitter, enraged, while Beyonce's star skyrocketed, how she was being physically abused by a man, and how she felt forgotten and invisible. The lyrics? Devastating. While my sister was on stage killing it, I was enraged. Bittersweet. She was up, I was down. And baby, fans started connecting dots. Who was this mystery man she couldn't talk about? Why did she call it dirty laundry? Could it have been Jay-Z himself? Because oddly enough, none of Kelly's exes fit the description. And one of her famous exes even publicly denied ever laying a hand on her, which left fans wondering if Kelly wasn't talking about a public relationship, but about a secret, forbidden one so explosive that revealing it would destroy everything. And now, with this leaked video allegedly showing Kelly and Jay-Z sneaking around, the timeline, the emotions, the lyrics, they're all making a terrifying amount of sense. And now, baby, we've reached the part where everything truly crumbles. Take this gift to your perpetuous that is as real as insiders are whispering it is. It's not just a scandal. It's a nuclear bomb aimed right at the Cardinals' empire. Forget side chick drama. This is family betrayal of the highest order. Imagine Beyonce, the queen herself, finding out that her husband didn't just cheat, but allegedly did it with someone she grew up with, someone she trusted, someone who stood beside her in every photo, every award show, every major milestone of her career. And worse yet, if the rumors about Titan's paternity are true, honey, that's not just a betrayal, that's family annihilation. And what makes this even more chilling is Beyonce's reaction over the years. She never publicly fell out with Kelly. They kept up appearances, posing for pictures, sending birthday wishes, hugging at events. But if you look closely, the warmth faded.
Insecurities about your singing voice. You even stated that you knew you weren't the vocal favorite of Destiny's Child. Is that something that, what made you second guess?
You know what? It's not that I was second guessing. I'm just aware. You know, some people are like, oh my gosh, it's stuck. They said it stuck with her. No, it didn't stick with me. You know, just sometimes you're aware that you're not everybody's favorite. And that's okay. I still got paid.
Okay. Let them know.
The sparkle between them, gone. No more random hangouts, no more genuine sister moments, just cold, polite, distant interactions. And Beyoncé, she fought back in the only ways she knows best, music and power moves. Instead of calling out Kelly by name, she poured her pain into lemonade, turning betrayal into Grammy gold in cultural history. She launched brand after brand, campaign after campaign, ensuring that no one could ever outshine her again.